Hi, welcome back. It's me again, Russell Slack, the founder of Guided Seasons Wealth Advisors. We are a comprehensive financial planning and wealth management group out of Eastern Idaho. We're right on the front door of that beautiful Yellowstone National Park. I've mentioned in previous episodes that we have clients now all over the United States. And to help them and to help you get a better feel for who we are, we're doing some of these episodes. Today, I want to focus on who it is that we serve. Because the truth is, the right fit matters. It matters for us and it matters for you. Our goal here is to really provide measurable value to the families that we work with. Now, that only happens when we're serving families that we're built for. Now, over the years, we found five categories or groups of people that most benefit from the planning and the wealth management tools that we use here. So let's walk through these in some chronological order. And that first group are the younger, high income accumulators. Now, these are people in good earning careers. They might be a doctor or an engineer or an executive at a company, but they're earning well and they want to save 3,000, 5,000, or more every single month in addition to what they're putting into their 401ks. Now, if this is you, you're not trying to just get the match in your work sponsored 401k program. You're trying to build real wealth. You're trying to create a bucket of money so that you have access to money for opportunities, for new business ventures, real estate, or you're trying to reach your financial goals sooner. Maybe shave a couple of years off of that retirement date. So that need starts to arise of I need smart tax investing. I need help reducing unnecessary capital gains. And I need a long-term strategy that helps me accelerate my wealth generation, not scatter it in different places. Now, some of this group sees the biggest tax savings from the tools that we use. This is custom indexing, it's personalized SMA portfolios, it's coordinated planning with your CPA. This next group, they're 5 or 10 years away from retirement. Those are the pre-retirees. This is the moment when questions really start to pile up. Am I really ready to retire? What will my lifestyle cost? How does my pension and Social Security or other accounts that I'm building work together? How do I protect what I've built? Usually there's a large planning gap here, not because there haven't been saving along this line, but because these pieces haven't been thought about being put together in a coordinated plan. And the realization starts to hit that I'm only a few years away from retirement and I better get my act together. So this is where long range planning becomes life changing. You know, they say that the most successful planning is directly related to the time frame in which you think and act. You still have time here to make adjustments, to add more money, to reduce taxes, to improve investment positioning, and prevent future problems before they occur. Now, those who are at the gate, these are the retirees that are just looking at hitting that button and switch off their working career. They're going to go from saving and having a paycheck to needing a paycheck. This group starts to ask, how do I turn these savings into income? How do I make sure that it lasts? How do I do it in the right order? How does my Social Security and a pension or a rental income combine and create with or reduce the withdrawals needed from my retirement accounts? What happens if a health issue shows up? Many have just watched their parents go through a long-term care challenge. They want a smarter plan, an efficient plan. And for this group, we spend a lot of time talking about income design, risk management, healthcare planning, and lifestyle alignment. And we often still get people who've never worked with a retirement planning professional before, and they're later in their retirement years. They might have a renewed focus on tax planning now that they have to take required minimum distributions at age 70. They might be looking at charitable giving or trying to reduce lifetime taxes going forward. They might realize that there's a tax bomb that's been created that they're giving to this next generation and wanting to know how to reduce that. They want to make sure that money goes where they want it to go. So they may be beginning to explore QCDs or donor advised funds, need an asset based long term care strategy. In all, they're looking to reduce stress for their spouse and their children. They want a renewed peace of mind that their future is secure. They may be worried about that long term care need, but think, man, I've waited too long. There might not be anything I can do about it. And what surprises a lot of people at this stage is it's not too late. It's not too late to make improvement. There are still effective tools available that can leverage your assets, that are guaranteed issues, that can reduce what you have to spend if needs arise. Now, this last group, they often come to us in the middle of grief. These are the beneficiaries or the inheritors of money. They come with a complex list of decisions. What do I do with the money that I inherited? And there might be two different categories: money that still has taxes due, and I have to get that out over the next 10 years, or I've sold this house, and what do I do with this non-retirement money? How do I avoid a massive tax bill? And the smart ones are asking, how do I make sure I don't waste this gift that my parents worked so hard to build? Now, we've seen inheritance create lasting legacies and generational wealth, and we've also seen them evaporate through taxes and poor planning. So, if you're looking for smart tax coordination, investment planning, cash flow structure, and long term planning, this is where good guidance makes an enormous difference in creating generational wealth. So, in closing, those are our five groups who tend to get the most out of what we do here. Now, if you've heard yourself in these groups and you start to realize that you want a clearer roadmap, you need a guide for your financial future, let's take a look at some of these other episodes and see if there's a fit. Reach out to us directly. Now, we've worked with clients all over the United States, 22 different states to be exact, and several that live abroad. I'd be happy to sit down and visit with you as well. So until then, be well.